G'day guys, Scotty here from the Oak Barrel. We're about to tick over to February 2020, which is quite remarkable because I feel like I was sitting here about 3 days ago talking about what was coming up in January, and I don't know what happened to January, but it's gone. But it's been kind of exciting because everything new we put on the shelf has disappeared straight away. So as you can see, there's a few gaps coming here, and I all of a sudden feel like a weatherman doing this, which is a new feeling for me. But here to very quickly talk about what is coming up next month. And the first thing that's probably going to arrive is something that's going to fill a few of these gaps. Is a brand new series of releases from North Star, fantastic independent bottle out of Glasgow. We're actually going to run a bit of a promotion with them, and I keep an eye on the website for a tasting as well for the batches 8 and 9 from them coming into the country. We will open them up. Some peated stuff, some stuff from the mainland, couple of very old single grains if we can get our hands on them, because there's only 5 or 6 bottles of them coming into the country. Also a couple of their blends, the new Vega, and also new Sirius, which is very, very good. Another exceptionally well priced blend from North Star, which is just fantastic to be able to offer people who have gotten into whiskey in the past 5 years and can't afford to spend $5 grand on 40-year-old whiskies, to be able to offer quite old whiskies at quite a good price. So details that'll be coming up soon. At Delphi, might have an announcement about that, which I can't say too much about. We've sort of had to restock a little bit of things that sold out from that initial allocation. Whether we'll be able to get more for the end of February, I'm not too sure, but hoping to see that on that one. Something else for the wall, another bit of a gap here. It's not the greatest thing to show off, but it's going to be filled. Moved a mezcal from around the side about a couple of weeks ago when we came up with a bit of a brainwave, which is giving us the opportunity to give a little bit more time to tequila and mezcal as well as rum, and sort of let this a little bit more fluid, get rid of some glassware and boring stuff and move that somewhere else, which we can play with as well. But definitely, calling 2020 should hopefully be the year of mezcal for the Oak Barrel. Was at a Dubbo on the weekend running some whiskey tastings at an establishment bar. Did gin on the Thursday night, whiskey on the Friday, and tequila on the Saturday. And it was a pretty hard push, but tequila might have been the most fun and the one that the punters wanted to know the most about. So that was very, very interesting, and we're going to run some tequila tastings and stuff. But to start off with, get some really great mezcals coming in as well. A couple of things I want to just touch on. There's a few tickets left for the Bakery Hill tasting on the 18th of February. Bakery Hill down in Melbourne, they're celebrating their 20th anniversary. We're not going to try any of these whiskies because we're going to try all cask samples, limited releases that will probably see the light of day in the next 24 months. So we won't be able to buy them on the night, but we'll definitely be able to drink them with one of the Baker clan coming up for that, which will be very, very good. The Weller tasting, we're going to go through. All these have now just landed in store. The Foolproof and the Craft Your Perfect Bourbon. That's coming up quite soon, and tickets are pretty much sold out, so by the time this gets uploaded, that might be relevant, but hopefully there's some, if you didn't get a ticket to the tasting, a couple of these bourbons might be left over for you afterwards. We also have our generic American bourbon whiskey tasting, which is about sold out. I think there's about 5-10 tickets left for that one. Difference with that is we're going to pick and choose a few things from across the American bourbon and rye, single malt, all that thing sort of range. Just a bit of an overview of American whiskey, where it is in 2020, and why we're starting to now get the stuff that we wanted to be getting the last 5 years, which is very, very exciting. The other big one, of course, coming up a little bit later in the month, the 26th of February, hidden away down here, Old Pulteney. So Old Pulteney, when underwent a rebrand about 2 years ago, we saw it in Australia for the first time for the Oak Barrel Whiskey Fair, so in August last year. We've got some very special whiskies we're dusting off, including a 1986 vintage, which is a big, heavily sherried Old Pulteney. When you think about Old Pulteney and 12-year-olds, you think of that sort of saline, a little bit lighter element. This is big whiskies, but a lot coming up through February, so come and see us in store or jump online.